Sherry Archibald with the Paramount Theater, and I've got a cast that's already rolling with some laughter going on here. You've met most of these folks here before or seen them on our stage. But Center Stage Theater has been around for quite some time, over 40 years now, and they are bringing a new series, second part of their new series to us with the Crucible coming up on February the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Historical play, very interesting. We have Matt here on the end who's going to tell us a little bit about it. But before we do, I wanted to just talk about Center Stage Theater, just your interest and what got you involved and what you like about this community theater group here.
Well, I've been doing plays with Center Stage Theater since 2011 when I did Christmas Carol. I've done Christmas Carol 4 times, including this past year's 10th anniversary. And I was just, I'd done a lot of plays in a Noose Little Theater in Smithfield, North Carolina. And I was just looking to, kind of expand. I'm like, am I good enough to go to another theater group and see
to come to the Paramount?
Yeah. No, that was a big selling point. Once I saw the venue, I was just like, oh, this is an amazing looking theater. Oh.
So Matt, do you live in Goldsboro, Wayne County, or are you outside?
Yeah, I recently moved to Dudley.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that move, I bet the Paramount had something to do with that move.
Yeah,
Don't you think, right?
Sure. No, it was definitely a perk. It was definitely a perk.
Yeah.
This is really a shining star in Goldsboro. I mean, and the whole downtown area is so beautiful now that it's definitely a bright spot. I love coming here.
Well, good. So several years with different performances. Do you have a favorite character that you've played?
I played Max in Lemmy and Tenor twice, so I got to give it to that one. And I was Oberon in Midsummer Night's Dream twice, technically. One in a full production and once recently in a reading. So I really love those roles. I like Max because he's like the opposite of my personality, and I like Oberon because he's in a weird way kind of close to my personality. So I don't know. I like roles that challenge me and stuff like that. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. I like to keep it fresh.
Good. How about you, Keith? Because you've been around. We've interviewed several times. I've probably asked you several times. But how long have you been with Center Stage Theater? And what's one of your favorite characters to portray?
This has probably been my 4th year, I think, with Center Stage Theater. I've enjoyed many different roles that we've done. I think my favorite, though, has to be, so far, it was originally Bob Cratchit. That was the big role that I really got sold on. But I have to say this one in this upcoming production of Reverend Hale has been my most challenging but most intense role that I've really enjoyed.
Very good. How about you, Kenan? You've done a lot of big parts.
Yeah, I've been lucky to have some good parts. The first part I ever had with Center Stage was in Christmas Carol in 2012, where I was the Ghost of Christmas Present, and that was a good part. And there's been a lot. Most recently, prior to this, I played Comrade Birdie in Bye Bye Birdie, and that was a ton of fun. That's probably my favorite part I've gotten in a musical.
It would have
to
be. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then the character I'm playing in the Crucible of John Proctor is definitely on the short list of one of my favorite characters I've gotten to play, because it has been a very challenging part, and it's a very demanding part emotionally and things like that. And a lot of times I play a lot of comic relief kind of characters. I mean, in Lemmy, a Tenor, and Moon Over Buffalo, I was very sort of silly, fun characters. So this has been a challenge to get to try and show sort of the other side when it comes to that sort of character and everything like that. But I've been lucky to play a lot of great characters and work with a lot of great crew and cast in all the shows that I've done. So.
Well, very good. And your name?
Aeris Carter.
Aeris Carter, and this is your first year.
It is.
All right. Now, what got you involved in Center Stage Theater?
Well, I really liked the Crucible. We read it in class, and I really liked the character of Abigail Williams because I saw a lot of emotional complexity in her. I didn't think that she was solely motivated by greed. I believe that she was trying to protect herself and save her own life, even though it was at the expense of several other lives. I don't think that's necessarily an evil thing, and it was a mode of self-preservation. And when I always vowed that if the Crucible came here
Uh-huh.
that I would audition regardless of the fact that I had no experience, and I finally had the opportunity.
Wow, what a great story. And
Yeah, I asked her in the room. I was like, "You've never been in a play before."
she loves this character. That she was committed and ready.
Yeah, and there's some people that still don't believe her. I do. I think she's just naturally talented, and that talent is really going to be shown on stage. And that's one of the things of this production I'm really excited about.
Great.
Is that we have a bevy of talent in this show.
Wonderful.
Our actors are our special effects.
And where do you go to school?
Wayne Early Middle College High and Community College.
And so this is your first time portraying a character or being in a play?
Other than doing dramatic readings in class.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's exciting. I'm excited to see that too. And yeah, I mean, a historical play, I like that there's just such a variety of different things to see with Center Stage Theater. And I know that as a member, you guys are consistently looking at what are we going to put on this year? What is it? Are we going to find someone who's as passionate about a character like this? And that's a great thing for you to be looking for, I'm sure, as you're thinking about what particular musicals and plays to bring to the community. And so you are really ready to dive in, but this is a different character for you as well.
Yeah, no, it is. It's been a very different thing, and kind of piggybacking on what Matt said, there's a lot of talent in this cast and a lot of new talent. I mean, Aeris is one example, but the actress playing my character's wife, she's new to Center Stage. The character of Tituba is a person who's new to Center Stage, and these are big parts.
Lindsay's only done stage struck, his first CST show.
Yeah, so there's a lot of. There are plenty of familiar faces that'll be in the show. If you come see it, you'll be like, oh, I've seen that guy and stuff. I've seen her and things. But there will be people that are new, and that's been an exciting thing for me as an actor to work with both those people I have a rapport with, like Heath and like Matt. But those new people, and that has certainly challenged what I've had to bring to my role. And sort of understand how I interact with these people that I'm not necessarily as familiar with as actors. So that's had to keep me on my toes and bring my A game and everything because they all are. So
yeah, and you have to bring your A game in this show. It's a challenging piece. It truly is a challenging show for any group at any level.
This is not your first time directing, is that right?
No, I've directed 3 previous plays, and I did direct the one act. I did direct the one act here this year, a couple years back. And
what do you love about that versus acting?
Well, I wanted to do directing before I wanted to be an actor. I kind of settled for acting and decided to work my way up. When I got to News Little Theater, I was like, okay, I want to direct plays. That's what I wanted, because I wanted to be a filmmaker in college and stuff like that. And making movies is really, really tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
and in the theater, you have a controlled environment, you know. So I shifted my focus to that, and then I just focused on, when I was casting plays, learning all I could, just watching the directors, showing up at rehearsals even when I really didn't have to, and just watching them work. You know, I've had the opportunity to work with some really amazing directors, and I soak up everything I can, and I try to bring that to the table. I'm definitely still a journeyman director. I still have a lot to learn, but I think this being my most challenging piece ever directed has really helped me to grow and have confidence in my abilities. You know?
Well, hopefully I think that you guys probably all look at this as this is a journey and I'm going to get there, and I'm not there yet. But that's what's the wonderful thing about Center Stage Theater in this community, is you have an opportunity to grow and improve your talent and your skills, or figure out what you are better at and what you don't like as much. Center Stage has been around a long time. It is definitely that kind of family environment. You get together and get to meet new people, bring them in. People come and go sometimes with military or have to move in and out, but you end up having still this mesh of folks who end up being your family, because you guys spend a lot of time together preparing.
Well, to that point, the growing and that's a journey. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have necessarily thought when I started doing shows, which was with Stage Struck, actually, that, you know, at some point I'd get to play a role like this, or Comrade. You know, I had my first show I was ever in, I had a small part. I had like 4 lines, and, you know, I've done shows where I've had even fewer lines than that. So it is about growing and learning the craft and watching from people that have done it a long time. And so like I said, I've been lucky to get some stuff like this. I mean, and Heath, you probably have had a similar experience in CST that your first parts might not have been the level of
growing into
Hale
that
is in this show.
Is the ultimate, yeah. But one thing I will say to piggyback back off of what Kenan said is with Center Stage, especially this season, I feel like we keep raising the bar on our shows in terms of the productions and all that. So I'm always wondering, where are we going next with our next show? Because I mean, when we started out with our 40th, we set the bar high with the orchestra, with Christmas Carol, with all the Scrooges getting together.
sounds like a board member
Crucible.
speaking, doesn't it?
So like, it's just interesting to see where we're going to go next and how we keep increasing. And I'm like I said, I'm excited to see what's.
And when we pitched this show last year, one of the major selling points that I drove home was that it offers variety to the Center Stage Theater and the Paramount audience. Because this is,
True.
I think this is the darkest play that CST has done since the last time they did Crucible. I'm really trying to, really try to find out, like, this is a dark piece, and because, but it's also appropriate for like teenagers, because teenagers read it in high
Right.
school and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
it's really hard to find a spot to where this play can shine, and I think we found that.
And I'll say it's not just dark as well; it's powerful. Like
Yeah.
there are so many different monologues from the characters that when you have, especially with our actors, hearing them read it, you stand back and you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's a different set of skills. It's
Yeah.
different than a musical. It's
Yeah.
just a different set of skills because our actors are our special effects. Our dialogue is our symphonies and our compositions. That's what Miller's words are supposed to be, and it's just a piece where people with acting talent, as opposed to just like musical and dancing ability, can kind of show their abilities. Yes.
Very good. Well, Aeris, I don't mean to jump ahead so far, but with your experience so far, are you already excited and looking forward to some of the productions ahead? Some other things that you might want to do as well?
I am. I don't know if I'll be around for them because I am going to go off to college and I'm
Yes.
not sure where at this point. But if I do get the opportunity to be involved in future theatrical productions, I would definitely love to take it. But I think it would be hard to find a role that has as much variety as far as, like personality, because Abigail's very changeful, and I don't want to really be limited into portraying someone who only has one emotion, a static
Yeah.
character. I want somebody who's very dynamic. And
See,
really look for the timeline.
That's the type of stuff that
Exactly, I know.
It's pretty amazing.
Performing a play don't say. That's like mature, like after you've done this for
Yes.
a while, speak.
Yeah.
That's what she
Yeah.
does.
And
I was
really
gonna
quite
say,
amazing.
on the
Incredibly intelligent.
paying your dues front. Yeah, it's not often someone hasn't done a show before and gets a part as great as Abigail, which goes to show just the level of talent that
She's
is
passionate
present
about it.
in
Well,
this show.
and I'm very excited about it, considering that this is something that you knew before you ever went in, but didn't necessarily anticipate being able to get for yourself. And so
She's the first actress
Wonderful.
I've ever given the role to in the room. Usually I call or email them. I gave it to her in the room.
wow.
Which is why people do not want to miss this unforgettable performance.
Yeah,
Yes.
it sounds like it. You do want to come and see the Crucible that is being put on by Center Stage Theater February 9th, 10th, and 11th. Tickets are available at the Paramount Theater box office. You can call us at 919-583-8432 or check out our website at goldsboroparamount.com. Center Stage Theater also has lots of information on how you can audition for their next event. It's cstheater with an R-E. .org. Check them out and you'll be able to get lots of information, be able to get logged in just like Aeris has so quickly in her career, and I have a feeling she'll be involved again in some way, whether in or out of college. She'll be getting there. So thanks so much, guys. Wonderful to see all of you, and I look forward to seeing you on the stage. Thanks for watching.